The next punch we're going to cover is the left hook. This is the third most used punch, I would say, in boxing, coming after the jab and the cross. When we're throwing the left hook, it can be thrown from 3 different ranges. You've got long range, like so, mid-range, and short range. You'll notice that I angle my wrist a different amount depending on the range that I'm throwing the left hook. When I'm throwing at long range, I'm turning my knuckle over. The reason for this is the old way in amateur boxing, they had to make sure that they were landing on the knuckles because a lot of people were slapping. So that's why they put the white circle on there. When you're throwing a long range hook, there's no way you're going to get the knuckles on there if you angle your wrist the same way as if it was a short range. Of course, it depends on the angle of your opponent, because the angle of your opponent, say they're over there, you will be able to catch them with a long range. But if they're directly in front of you, you're going to have to turn your knuckle over, like so. So you turn your knuckle over, landed on that first knuckle, limiting the surface area, increasing the damage. Then we've got mid-range. Mid-range, you're just going to turn it so your knuckles are flat like that, horizontally. And then close range, you can come in like this. Mid-range, long range. When throwing the left hook, when learning the left hook, I like to teach it by dropping your arm completely relaxed like so, keeping your weight on the back foot, and then just rotating your hips. When you rotate your hips like this, you're just swinging your arm like so. I know it looks a bit stupid, but you're trying to keep your arm completely relaxed. And then you can throw it from here. All you're doing is you're drawing a little C and it's coming back. Rotate. Like so. Making sure I'm keeping this hand up and I'm making sure that this shoulder is coming right up to my chin. And I'm keeping my elbow high and I'm landed on that knuckle. Think about the rotation of the hips. A lot of coaches teach the pivot on the front foot. So throw it and I'll pivot like this. I believe this is more down to personal preference, but I notice in some of my fights when I land a nice left hook that I do indeed pivot on my front foot. However, when you're throwing a left hook to the body, this foot wants to stay solid, planted in the ground like so. But we'll cover that when we get to that punch. The lead hook, for me personally, is by far my favourite and most dangerous weapon. I can't even think of the amount of times where I've landed a left hook and it's done significant damage, much more than all of my other shots. I don't know why it is, but you see the same pattern with the likes of Ryan Garcia. He always throws a left hook and that's his weapon.
Quick, lightning fast hook from Garcia.
When it comes to the angle of your wrist and when you're trying to land on this knuckle, I find that it's much more effective when you want to double up or triple up left hooks to keep your palm facing you. It's much faster to like recoil your shoulder when it's facing you like this as opposed to like that. Much harder to do it like that when it's facing you. So if you want to throw multiple left hooks, then have your palm facing you. But if you want to land those like nice long range Soviet style left hooks, then make sure you're turning that knuckle over. When it comes to working on the inside, doubling up that left hook and going to the body is brilliant. Nice, tucked up. Keeping that palm towards you. Going to the body. Mixing it up. It's a great shot to throw on the inside as well.